Okay. All right. Who is in the building? This has been a power-packed session. I mean, what are the odds? Back to back. Like all the way from the very first session to the second to the third, everybody brought their A game. Everybody brought their A game. I was blown away personally. It was like breeze. It was like breeze blowing me away. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last session. The last session for today. Woo! Is anybody ready? Come on, guys. All right. I'm waiting for you guys to show up. I'm gonna set out all the invites. I'm going to come and call you from your house if I have to. Drag you screaming and kicking from the bed if I have to. You best be sure I would. You best be sure that I would. Come on, guys. This is that time we've all been waiting for. Woo! Cobam's in the building. Man, this song just gives me the goosebumps. I don't know for you, but man, it has a way of messing with my head. Loretta, I see you. We are ready for pivoting in the new normal. And I'm going to make this as sweet, as fast as possible. Right? Short and sweet. That's what we're going to do. Woo! Sorry, what's this dance called? I don't know the name. Somebody should remind me. What's this dance called? Let's see the likes, let's see the comments, let's see the likes. Keep them coming, keep the likes coming. Keep the likes coming, keep the comments coming. Okay. Pivoting in the new normal. We're gonna hit on the ground in a few minutes. This is one of my favorite songs by Cobams. The song, I know somebody's gonna ask. The name of the song is Unstoppable. It is literally Unstoppable by Cobams Asukwo. I'm just gonna play one more time. And that's it. Because I know some people are, woo! Oh my God! Anybody else seen that comment? Woo! We just got up in here. Mrs. O is in the building. Woo! Oh my God! I'm so charged now. All right, this session is basically focused on helping us see some of the actions that we can take. I'm going to share my story. It's going to be mostly me sharing my story on this session. Some of the things I have done that is applicable to this season that we are in. Samuel Peter Dewume is in the building. Oshe. Oh God, this session is a session. You know what I mean? All right. It's basically going to be me sharing the stories and some of the actions that I took. And one of the actions I took, right? One of the key actions I took was listening to this song. I know it sounds cliche, right? Come on, Femi, you can't be serious. Well, you best be sure I am very, very serious. This song was on repeat every morning, every day, on the grind, off the grind. The song was on repeat. So, all right. Let's get this show on the road. I know that we all have a lot of things to do, and we gotta go, right? We gotta go. This session has a very, very, very short time, and it's supposed to end very, very quickly, right? Before I go on though, what was your favorite session? If you've been watching from the beginning, what was your favorite session? Leave a comment right now. Let me know. We had the authenticity of purpose. We had building a personal brand. We had building sustainable wealth. We had cryptocurrency. Which one of them was your favorite? Come on, drop a comment now. Let's see. Which session was your favorite out of all that four? Drop a comment, and let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Which session was your favorite as we get ready for pivoting in the new normal? Somebody says she has to. Madam, your blood dey hot. Please, we say one, you say want to give two. Okay, give two. Don't worry, we'll forgive you from behind. When we forgive you, come and pay tithes and offering. Drop your favorite in the comment. Which was your favorite session out of the entire four? I have my favorite. I don't want to share it yet. You like crypto? Okay. All right. I'm waiting for the other people, the others. Which was your favorite session today? Just before we go into mine. My big sister Tony is in the building. Oh shit. You're welcome, ma. Sorry, it's white Tony, Paramount FM. As in, sorry, you understand what I mean? Oh, Mrs. O says they've all been amazing. Oh, I know, right? Like I'm so hyped. I'm sorry, I'm so hyped. They've all been back to back. Like just when you feel like you had enough, because somebody else comes and like, holla up, I have some more for you here, and I'm bringing some more goodies. Okay, let me quickly share this. I said that one of the things I've been doing over the years is like that song I was playing. I always play that song, and you are wondering what importance does this song have to do with pivoting in the new normal? It has a lot to do. And if you're not writing, I think this is a good place to start writing. So I'm just going to go straight into it. Like I'm going to go fast, straight to the point, and hit you with it, with all the points. And then if you have a question, just drop it. I'll pick it as I go, because I know that I'm really, really behind schedule here. Your mind is really the solution to all of this. Yeah, I'm a Christian, so I have a scripture, a verse of scripture that I have for this. It's in the book of Exodus, and if you've been reading my stories, I might have shared it, before. It's in the book of Exodus, and I'm going to quickly. I think it's Exodus 11 or something. And the children of Israel, I'm just going to share the story with you. And the children of Israel were at the Red Sea, very similar to how we are right now. They were at the Red Sea, and there was Egyptians chasing them behind, like warriors and horses and chariots. All the finest warriors in Egypt were chasing them behind, and the Red Sea was ahead of them. And they were like, what are we going to do? People were crying, people were losing their heads. say quite similar to what's going on right now. The world is in chaos. Stock market is going up and down like Jangilova. People are burning food, even though that's not the excuse, but they're burning food in their houses. All kinds of things are going on, right? And so, the Israelites cried to Moses and was like, Moses, what are we going to do? What's going on? Where do we run to? And Moses runs to God and Moses goes to cry. Like, God, will see your people, they're crying. And God says, what's wrong with you? And I read up and I'm like, wait, what? God says, why are you crying to me? And I'm like, why shouldn't we cry to you? You are the one that said we should leave Egypt now. God says the answer is in front of you now. Go forward. I'm like, ooh, okay. I see you. I see what you are doing right there. He says, why criest thou to me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. That's the whole idea of pivoting. It's going forward. And so in this season, in this time when the world appears to be upside down, the idea here is to push you to go forward. So in 2016, I was selected as the Tony Elumelu class of 2016. If you don't know what Tony Elumelu Foundation is, it's a foundation that gives seed capital to entrepreneurs in Africa. And so in 2016, I was shortlisted as part of the 5,000 entrepreneurs that got funded. And that money converted to Naira as at the time, of course it has changed right now, as at the time, the money was about 1.5 million Naira. It's important to note that before I got that money, I had written a business plan and they had approved my business plan. So it shows that I knew what I was doing, right? I had, we had made some money. The business was, in a way, it was okay. And for my business plan to be approved, it wasn't approved by the foundation. It was approved by consultants employed by the foundation. Consultants from Accenture, from KPMG, all of those places. So, for your business plan to have gone through that stage and those phases, it means that it holds water. But, you want to know the truth? That business plan did not work. I had a lot of friends who got funded just like me. And some of them, and this is not me, laughing at them or anything. Some of them, I could tell that they were not going to do so much with that money. I could tell. Some, I was a bit skeptical. But for a lot of my friends, barely a week or 2 weeks after receiving that money, they were broke. Barely a week or 2 weeks, they were broke. Of course, this was not compared to how we are right now. A lot of people are broke right now. This was not compared to the situation right now. True. But there were some things I did that are also applicable to the situation right now. But for me, even 6 to 9 months after getting that money, I still had up to 70% of my seed capital. The question is, what did I do differently? What did I do differently? Okay, so I got my money in, I think, January 2017. You get selected in 2016. You go through an online boot camp. You go through a conference. You go through all kinds of things. You finish in September. Then you have to go open a business account, register your business, and go through all of that phase. So January the following year, 2017, I got funded. The first thing I did, ladies and gentlemen, was that I did not go to the bank. Now, why is that important? It's because as at the time, I realized that the exchange rate had changed. I realized that inflation had gone up. I realized that purchasing power had dropped. I realized that the circumstances under which I developed that business plan is no longer the circumstances under which I got funded. And so whatever business, whatever profit margins, whatever ideas or systems I had thought to put in place were no longer possible. And if I go ahead with that business plan, I was going to fail woefully. So I did not go to the bank. Instead, I stayed at home and I started to review my business plan from top to bottom by myself. I was looking for any and every opportunity to cut down on my costs. That's lesson one. If I apply that to the situation today, sometimes some of the challenges, I know yes, a lot of people need money right now, but some of the challenges that you have right now may not actually need money to be solved. Money may not necessarily be the solution to what you're looking for right now. Of course, for some people it will be. I'm not downplaying money. I'm saying spend some time to think. For 2 whole months, I sat in my house thinking about my business plan, rewriting the business plan, strategizing the business plan, cutting down every cost in every angle, just looking for cheaper alternatives to start with the smallest version possible. That's what I did. So now that the world is in some sort of crisis, the exchange rate is messing about the place and so on, it might be time to take some time to think. Your expenses, whether as a single person or as a married person, everything that your incomes and everything, that might be a good time to sit down and think and find out how best you can efficiently use your financing. There may be some things that you were doing before that, on the good ground is okay, but right now it may not be wise to spend money like that. Okay, that's number one. Again, if you're not writing, I hope I've said 2 things already. Number 3, when I eventually came up with a smaller version of my plan, I went to the bank and I withdrew everything. I started to do something different. I withdrew everything. I removed just the amount I needed to start, which was about, I think, 400,000 naira or something. I removed just that amount. And the rest, I put it in mutual funds. Why? Because I realized that I did not need this money at this time. But if I keep the money sitting in the bank, it will just be losing value because of inflation. So instead of losing value, I took the 1 point something million naira, I don't remember now, and I put it in my mutual funds account so that it can be earning dividends or interest, whatever, till I was ready to use that money. So even though I wasn't using it, the money was also earning some money, and I'd also removed the bit that I needed. And so the business started. Moving on to number 4. Like I said, this will be me sharing my story, and I'll be pointing out those things. So some of us have excess cash, either because we've been saving or because our salaries are still coming through and some expenses that we used to incur are no longer there. Some of us may receive financial contributions from certain people. This is not the time to just let your money sit in the bank. It makes no sense. We've had 2 speakers, one on personal finance, the other on crypto. This will be the time to find an investment within your ability, within your risk appetite, within your size, to put the money in and let it be in a way earning something. The last speaker gave us lots of examples. The other speaker also gave us lots of options. Okay, moving on. Eventually, we started the business, and anybody wants to guess how much we made in revenue in 6 months? Just type a comment and guess. How much do you think we made after investing that amount of money, after redesigning the business plan, after everything? Just take a wild guess. How much do you think that we made in 6 months of spending all that money and so on and so forth? Someone drop me a comment. How much do you think, can you guess, can you estimate that we made after that period? Okay, I'm waiting. Just drop a comment. How much do you think? Oh, okay, they said they revised the business plan. They said they did this, they did that. And so when we started the business in the next 6 months, next 8 months, I think, yes. Can you guess how much we made? I'm waiting. Bring it on. Who wants to guess? By the way, I have a very special, very, very special present for you guys by the end of the session. Very, very special. But you know what? I'm going to leave that to the end. I don't want to ruin the surprise. Okai says 2.5 million. Okay. Loretta says 50,000 naira. So he says 25%, 100,000. Precious says 50,000, 100,000 naira. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to answer the question. Anybody still wants to guess? But I'm going to answer the question. I think, if I'm being honest, Loretta is the closest. She's the closest in everybody. Okay, 22 is close. We made 95,000 naira. That's how much we made. After investing 400,000 and doing this and doing that and gingering and everything, 95,000. With it. At that point, I knew something was wrong. I didn't know what it was, but I knew something was wrong. But you know why I was happy? Remember when I said I did not use all my money? I still had 1.something million naira in mutual funds. That was making money. I think then I was making like 1,000 naira on dividends per month or something. I think so, it was like 1,000 naira. So that one was there earning his own money. I've not even touched it. So I was happy. On one hand, I was sad that the money had gone, the 400,000 had gone, and I didn't make anything. On the other hand, I was happy that I had not lost all my money. So remember, this is like 8 months down the line. All my friends that collected the money in the beginning, they were now all broke. Me, I'm still here trying to find a way. So this is number 4. Know when to give up. We're in a very different time. There are things that you will have done before, especially if you have some level of experience in business or in your career or in your job or in investment. And like, okay, we'll just do this. It may not necessarily work. This might be time to start thinking differently. That, okay, this hasn't worked. I used to work somewhere. I used to work with someone, and she used to say something that, don't be emotionally attached to a solution, especially when it is obvious that solution is not working. And so we had spent 400,000 naira, and that solution, exactly, okay, says low entry cost. That 400,000, clearly, that plan did not work with all the re-strategizing, with all the everything. Clearly, something was wrong. So I did not even bother binding the devil or speaking in tongues or anything. Yes, I prayed, but that's not the point. I decided that I was going to do something different. Now, what that something different is, I didn't know what it was. But I knew I had to do something different. And so, I went somewhere. Before then, I usually take pictures for fun. I take pictures on my phone. I play around. And then one thing led to the other. And somebody saw one of my pictures. And she's like, your pictures are so great. I'm like, yeah, thank you. Somebody will pay for this thing. I'm like, for real? Stop hyping me. She says, no. I'm like, okay. And so, I go home after the meeting, and then my phone rings. Hi, is this Femi? I'm like, yeah. Okay, so I'm told that there's this magic that you do with your phone. I'm like, magic? Hey, I'm not Babalawo or Mamalawo or something like that. She says, no, that's one magic you do with your phone. So I'm like, okay. I show up, and she pays me 45,000 naira. First gig, 45,000 naira. How much did you say we made in 8 months? 95. Abi? This one, first gig, first business, first client, I made 45,000. I was like, okay, something is interesting. Something is going on here. Something is going on. It's doing well. Very, very good. And then the next client came. They paid another, how much they pay? Another 50,000 or so. And then the client started to come. Next client came, the next client came, and it's so on and so forth. And then 3 months later, somebody called me to their office. I don't want to mention their names. I don't start name dropping. And they say, we've seen your work and right? And we want to do business with you. We want you to come and do this. Brethren, the contract was in 7 digits. You see that money that I had spent? So I said, okay, that since I was going to invest in the business and we was making some money, I upgraded my phone. I got photography equipment. I got, house, because I got equipment, I could not be entering car anymore. I could not be jumping buses anywhere because it would damage. I also have to get a car. That 1.1 million covered all of that cost. You're wondering how? It's because, again, sometimes when you want to, again, this is why, like I said, I'm speaking those things specifically because they apply to the situation that we're in. If, for example, I'm used to driving a car of 100 million and we're in a crisis, it makes sense to go and look for a cheaper version of what I'm looking for. I've met people who tell me, oh, Femi, I want to start this business, but I need 100 million to start. I need 5 million to start. I'm like, if you cannot, there's always a small version of your idea. There's always a smaller version of your business plan. If you cannot find that smaller version and start with it, or with that idea, even in your office, then maybe that business plan is really not for you. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. So I invested that money there. And the following month, we signed the contract. And did I mention it was 7 digits? We made that money back just like that. And not just that money. 3 months later, again, somebody called me and says, Femi, this is your photography thing that you are doing. Actually, you come and teach it. I'm like, teach it how? Who are you going to teach in Lagos? Say, teach me how to use my phone. I say one thing, and this was before this. At this time, nobody was doing come and learn photography with your phone like you see on Instagram, left, right, and center. It was really, really back in the day. I'm talking 2017, late 2017 thereabout. And so I said, okay, let's do it, and that's how we started. And today we've, taught about, I think, 500 people or more. At some point, I lose count. What's the point there? I'm sharing it in front of the story so that you can keep the ideas. The point there is, I've said that there are some ideas, there's some plans that may not work. And it might be time to pivot. Pivoting might be within the same idea. So for example, if I used to cook rice, I might say, instead of cooking rice, I'll start making pounded yam. Or instead of making pounded yam, I can start, cooking indomie. That's also pivoting. Or I can say, I'm not cooking at all. I'm only going to start selling recipes. That's also pivoting. I can say, I'm not selling recipes, but I'm going to teach you how to cook. So you call me, I do a live class, and I teach you a one-on-one class how to teach. But I'm no longer cooking. That's also pivoting. There are several ways you can pivot. In fact, I can go into a completely new business. That's also pivoting. The idea is to stay alive. And so, again, in relation to the crisis that we are right now, in relation to the situation right now, a lot of us have jobs, a lot of us have businesses, we have side hustles and so on. It might be time to take a step back and look at it and say, what picture am I not seeing? How can I go forward from here? What am I not exploring? How do I pivot into something that people want? The last speaker made mention of the fact that tailors now, nobody's doing O and Bear again. So nobody's doing 7 groomsmen or 25 bridesmaids anymore. If that tailor decides that the only thing I can do is groomsmen and bridesmaids, they will soon go out of business. The idea here is to stay in business. The idea here is to find a way to add value to your job or to your business. Yes, I should say at this point that some people will say, okay, you need to have a business plan and so on. I don't think that any business plan will have accounted for coronavirus. I personally don't think so. I don't think anybody's writing business plan in January and saying, in the event of COVID-19, please terminate the contract and pay us our salary. I don't think anybody saw that coming. And so it just shows that your business plan is basically an assumption. You are assuming that all things being equal, this should work. Personally, I don't believe in business plans, but I write it sometimes, but I don't believe in it. Yeah. And so I believe in you spotting an opportunity that is available and then beginning to make arrangements or plans to meet that opportunity, to adjust to that opportunity. Before I go on, if you have questions, please drop your questions. I keep saying there's something special coming at the end of this session. I keep saying it. Okay, ask your question now, because when I'm doing my Father Christmas giveaway, if you beg me, I will not hear you. Hey, okay, I'm just joking. But yes, there's something really, really special at the end of the session. I don't have much time left. Okay, I'm really rushing to finish this. So yeah, even when I was talking about opportunities, you need to be able to pay attention both within your office space, within your job, within your business. You need to begin to find those opportunities. Usually opportunities are not things that are sometimes glaring. They can be things that are just small. You can be like, okay, wait, if I make this better, does it not change stuff? Now, the point now is, some people used to say, oh my God, I spoke to someone the other day. And she's like, oh, I have this idea. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm like, beautiful idea. Very, very brilliant idea. Don't worry, I'm not sharing with you, so you're not going to steal it. So, brilliant idea. And I said, do you know why nobody has done this yet? She says, nobody's doing it. That will be the first. I said, wait now. Your blood is very hot, gone. Do you know why nobody has done this idea yet? Nobody has done this business yet? You think it's because nobody has thought about it yet? I said, I don't think so. I think there's a reason why nobody has done it yet. The reason is because of this. There could be, and I'm sharing this so that you know how to identify opportunities that are worth your time. Sometimes there is a gap in the market that maybe the market players, the brands in the market, the businesses in the market are not, filling. But the real question is there a market in the gap? And it sounds confusing. So, for example, I'm going to put it in numbers so you can understand. Business A is doing 1. Business B is doing 3. Next business is doing 4. Next business is doing 5. It means that nobody is doing 2. Before you jump up all excited and say, yes, I've discovered a new business. Nobody's doing number 2. I can go and do number 2. I'll be the first person to do it in this area. And then we'll take charge of the market. Sometimes the reason why nobody's doing number 2 is because there is no money in number 2. There is no market there. On paper, it will make sense, but it may be that they've done their mathematics, and I've seen that this thing, there's no money there. But you don't know that. You'll just be jumping excited, and you can't spend all your money. It's when the money has finished, your eye will now clear. Be like, oh God. So yeah, if there is a gap in the market, is there a market in the gap? I think that's number 6 or so. So I've said 16 so far. Okay. Number 7. Number 7 that I'm saying is collaborate. Somebody said this already, so I'm not going to spend too much on it. Find people that you can collaborate with. Collaboration and partnership has been abused. People who want you to do 70% of the work, who want you to spend 7% of the money, will come and say, let's collaborate. And you now ask, what are you bringing to the table? They're not bringing anything, no. They want to eat jollof rice. Bring rice, no. Bring gari, no. Bring Maggi, no. Bring chicken now, no. Bring pot, let us cook, no. What do you have? I have spoon and plates. Let's collaborate. My dear, that's not collaboration, no. You are planning to use the person. Collaboration usually works when both parties are bringing value to the table. And so, sometimes your value could just be your purpose. Dr. Oluwatoyin talked about it earlier. If you missed the session, after this, scroll down on the group and go find it. Okay. I've said that. Now, the other thing I would say is this. When you find this opportunity, how do you start? Because even though, to be honest, a lot of businesses are closing, a lot of these things are happening, there will be some opportunities that either limited to your local area or limited to you as a person, or that God will reveal to you, or that will just come to your mind or something. There will be those opportunities there. How then do you take advantage Okay, says they only bring concept and potential results. By the way, potential means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Let me digress a bit. Why do I say potential means nothing? So let's say I have a car. My car has the potential to drive from Lagos to Abuja. And the manufacturer is a new car. It can go the distance. But throughout the lifetime of the car, I never leave Lagos. In fact, I only drive the car on Sundays. Does the car have the potential to go to Abuja? Yes. But did the car go to Abuja? No. That's the problem with potential. Potential is just potential. It means nothing. You can't take it to the bank. You can't take it to the market. You can't sell it. You can't convert it to anything. It's just there. So yeah, I was saying, how do you then take advantage of the opportunities? I shared how I kept money in the bank. That's not the time to go and empty your savings account. Like, yes, we have seen this business. This is what I'm going to do. Femi said pivots, go forward. Like, if you don't go forward, there's some opportunities you will not see. So I must go forward. And you go and gather your savings and put it inside. My dear brother and sister, it's my end in tears, oh. Please, it's my end in premium tears. So, that's not the time to do that. That's the time to think of the small version of your big idea. The small version, Pastor Loretta, potential becomes valuable when it's taken in use. God bless you. Like I said, that is the time to look for the small version of your big idea. Take, for example, you want to start. Let me use the photography thing I used earlier. When I started, I did not go ahead and go and buy the latest iPhone, the latest Samsung, and spend, maybe sell my father's house and my 2 left kidneys and buy one phone. And maybe I add my left leg as insurance. So when the phone spoil, they will use the insurance, I didn't do that. I started with the phone that I had. Then I was using a 30,000 naira Techno phone. That's how I started. And that was the phone I was using at the time. Right? That was when I was using at the time. I did not, and I used it until I had some money to buy another phone. So you spotted an opportunity to, say, for example, cook food and go and sell it at somebody's office or deliver. That's not the time to go and buy cooler and buy kokoiri. So if you know what kokoiri is all those big pots, all those very, very big, gigantic pots that they used to cook rice in Nigeria when they are doing Owambe. Then you now buy kokoiri and you now buy 2 bags of rice. So yes, I've identified 50 people in that local government. They'll be buying from me. Wait now, my sister. Start with the pots in your house. Cook. Take it to them. See how they like it. See how much they pay. When they pay. Do they pay instrumentally? Do all those experiments. What happens when you give 2 meats? Will they pay more? They put what? If you reduce the meat, will they complain? What happens if you cannot buy rice on time? Where else will you buy the rice? What if there's no gas? Can you use kerosene? Do all those analogies and assignments and then calculations before you now start adding additional money. So, how much time do I have left? Now wow. Finally, I have to stop here because time has gone. I don't want somebody to come and beat me. Because I paid my school fees now. All these people I'm seeing, their face is very strong. Finally, I'm going to stop here. Mr. Samuel, you're welcome to our show. You're welcome. Thank you. Even though we're rounding up, but you're welcome all the same. I said that I have a very special surprise for all those who attended this event and who have stayed, especially those who stayed to the end. I can see there are 10 people on the group, 10 people watching right now. As part of the perks of attending this conference, Pay attention, loud the volume of your phone so you hear very well. As part of the, gifts and perks of attending this conference, the team has decided that we want to encourage you to start your journey. We would help you open an investment account. We have spoken with one of our partners, and they have agreed to help out. We have said that we will fund your investment account. All you have to do, listen very well, oh. Somebody's just joining us. Okay. All you have to do is visit fcam.fcmb.com. That's fcam.fcmb.com. Again, fcam.fcmb.com. Go to that site, open your account, and we will fund it with 1,000 naira. So, I go again. Because I put ear, I would not hear very well, and it's good. Let's just say it again. We have said that we'll fund your investment account to just put you on that path to investing. You can use the money on mutual funds. You can use the money on all of that. Some people are joining us. Okay. Holy Spirit has gone to go and join, has gone to go and call them. We're going to fund it for you, but you must open the account. If you are not in Nigeria, your Nigerian passports will be helpful. You might need KYC in your NEPA bill. Since you're not in Nigeria, find somebody, maybe your parents' house or your friend's house in Nigeria or something, whose utility bill you can use. If you don't have if your passport has expired, you can use your international driver's license. But if you're also in Nigeria, you can use your voter's card or your driver's license or anyone. So yeah, once you open the account, the group will still be open. The Monetize group will still be open. And you let us know that you've opened it, and we will fund the account for you. Like I said, this is just for 10 people. So if you like, and we will pick those 10. I can see the 2 people that just joined us. I'm not going to mention their names. But I would say this way. I recommend that you go and open your account quickly, and we will see what we can do. Number 2, as I bring this powerful event to a close, open your ear very well. Very, very well. Also, to say a very big thank you to everybody who has attended this event. A very, very big thank you. We've decided that we would give a free copy of my book, My Under 30 CEO Story. That book contains some of the things that I have said, I've shared. I think I shared 7 or 8 things earlier on this session, but it contains some other things in that book. How I became an entrepreneur. It's a very, very valuable book. We're going to give you a free copy. So what I would recommend that you do, in fact, this is how we'll do it. You simply leave a comment on this video, and we'll reply you with how to get the book. So I said 10 people will get their investment accounts funded. The other 10, but this one is everybody on the group. As long as you registered for this event, you'll get a free copy of that book. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an amazing session. I want to thank you very much for your time. It's been 3 hours of value, 3 hours of exchanging ideas, 3 hours of sharing together. And I really, really appreciate you taking time out to come and join us from your very, very busy schedules. Very busy. I know some people who are very busy. Across Lagos, Canada, Cyprus, United Kingdom, Port Harcourt, Abuja, Enugu. You guys are amazing. See you on the other side.